Nomination today is a worldwide leader in the gold and stainless steel industry. It has innovative seasonal ranges and is targeted towards fashionable and affordable jewellery. Nomination has created their accomplishments through communicating across their bracelets the distinctive personalities of others and segmenting their market towards men and women of all ages and socio-economic backgrounds. Marketing, segmentation, targeting and positioning is very significant and central for business activities and the success of a commercial organisation. Kotler and Armstrong state that market segmentation is the process and involvement of dividing a business's market into the groups of consumers with different desires and characteristics. Therefore, this is beneficial to a business, such as Nomination, because they're able to maximise their use of corporate resources and create strategic marketing strategies to enhance their overall profit. Marketing segmentation is normally split into 4 different distinctive characteristics. These are geographic, demographic, psychographic, and behavioural. However, these are popular variables and can change as there is no distinctive way to market segment. After Nomination divides their markets into segments, they must look at the area they want to target. This can be for many reasons, such as the areas competitors have not yet entered, or mainly the target area which they believe to be the most profitable. The most attractive segment will be used by the business. If targeting is successful, they'll be able to meet the objective of growth and maximise their sales. This can then lead to an upsurge of market share, overall creating brand loyalty with consumers, as business can be seen as trustworthy and reliable if they are generating the most sales in their category. In this case, the jewellery industry. After Nomination selects its target market or markets, it will decide which strategies they will carry out to do this effectively. There are 4 different strategies. These strategies consist of undifferentiated marketing, differentiated marketing, concentrated marketing, and very narrowly, micro-marketing. Armstrong and Kotler state that positioning is when a business places and arranges its products to have a desirable and individual place in the minds of consumers. Therefore, the separation of Nomination from competing products. They do this by positioning their products so it is attractive in their market segment and making it appear better, memorable, and well known from other competing brands. This will give them a competitive advantage and make them stand out from the crowd. Positioning can be based off both genuine or consumer perceived product advantages. Overall, business segmentation is very significant to the success of a business, such as Nomination, and is beneficial towards having a point of difference. Segmentation brings the benefits of strategic marketing planning, competitor and consumer analysis, and the ability for businesses to expand their marketplace. All of these aspects will get the business to their objective market and reduce costs by effectively marketing across to the most appropriate consumers.
There are several bases used for segmenting a market, but the main ones used are in terms of geographic, demographic, geodemographic, psychographic, and behavioural. Geographic segmentation is used when the nature of a product or service is niche in that it only applies to people who are living in a certain area or in a certain type of area. This type of segmentation is also used when a company's resources available are limited. As a result of this, the company may start out in a certain area, then has plans to develop out and expand amongst other areas, once it's built its name and reputation, allowing them to gain more profits and resources to grow. Demographic segmentation deals with the structure of the overall population regarding lifestyle and many economic factors. It is all about how the population differs in terms of their job, salary, and ages. This is usually the most common method of market segmentation because it's easy to gain the information from accurate government statistics. However, demographics are shifting massively over time. For example, now people are marrying later and there is an increase in divorce rates. As a result of this means that we see new segments starting to emerge, which requires marketers to constantly monitor these new segments in order to segment efficiently. Geodemographic is a method of market segmentation which looks at classifying consumers in regards to any demographic information and their location. This is done by using a statistical technique known as a cluster analysis, in which they identify segments which focus on small areas with similar demographics.
Psychographic segmentation is segmenting consumers depending on their personalities. This means that it is harder to measure on a large scale as it can be hard to access correctly. A new method of self-defining people into segments is via social media pages. For example, having a page for certain sports which people can use free of charge and allows them to chat and exchange messages. This segmentation can therefore be done backwards by seeing who has viewed, followed and liked these pages. Behavioural segmentation involves looking at consumers' spending habits for a specific item, where they would go to buy these items and what they are looking for. This information can be gathered up using questionnaires and surveys or by creating online forums for consumers to use.
Nomination demographics segments their market through aspects such as income and gender. Nomination states that they target market men and women whilst also pricing their jewellery on the more affordable side. Nomination originally always had lines specifically for women. They did this because bracelets are highly purchased by women and usually more so than men. Coley and Burgess state that there is a significant difference between men and women when it comes to the impulse buying of accessories and health and beauty products. Therefore, Nomination Created identified their product towards women as they knew that it would generate sales at a high level. However, recently there has been an increase in male segmentation. This is due to the growth within the health and beauty sector. Nomination took advantage of this and recently adopted a line specifically directed towards males. Nomination created the Tribe collection for men as a way to segment their market into the new and increasing male beauty segment. This is extremely valuable for Nomination as it's given them a major opportunity to expand their consumer base. The jewellery sector is also known for being expensive. Therefore, many jewellers have segmented their market towards the taste of the individuals with a higher per capita income. Thus, Nomination took advantage of the opposite market and created a more affordable product to capture those with a lower income. This means Nomination is being able to create a competitive advantage and segment an area before competitors have had the chance to get into it. This is very important for a high level of market share and has clearly been beneficial to Nomination due to them being a world leader in their sector. Nomination also targets geographic segmentation. They do this through their popular locations in both shopping centres and high streets. These areas are usually targeted by well-known brand names and ones which have a high level of income. Nomination is therefore segmented towards this area consumers as it is usually individuals out to luxury shop or who are willing to spend. These areas are also easily accessed and exceptionally prevalent. Even though Nomination have price segmented the lower socioeconomic groups, they have geographically segmented the middle to higher class consumers with their location. They may have done this as consumers can be more willing to spend their extra money on these attractive items due to the high quality Italian materials and reasonable price, but also because these areas targets a large sphere of influence. Nomination can improve their segmentation through expanding their development with psychographic segmentation. They could do this by looking at the distinct characteristics of those consumers dedicated to lifestyle or those who are eco-friendly. And therefore, they could focus on recycling or by making a new range in an eco-friendly way. They could also focus on technological advances in the fitness area, which will show innovative thinking. This will benefit Nomination as these sectors are rapidly growing. Therefore, tapping into this segment will prevent them from losing market share and have an economical advantage.
Positioning is the act of designing the company's offering and image so that they occupy a meaningful and distinct competitive position in the target customer's mind. A competitive position may be built on any dimension of the product or service that produce customer benefits in the market and also customer perception on the product.
Any business must be positioned in the correct area of their specific market they are concerned with in order to benefit from a competitive advantage. The essential principle required from the business for them to benefit competitively from the positioning of their product is that they must be aware of other similar companies that customers may be more familiar with.
The importance of clear and strong competitive positioning is underlined by Kotler's warning of the major positioning errors that can undermine a company's marketing strategy. This includes under-positioning, over-positioning, confused positioning, and doubtful positioning.
Under-positioning is when customers only have vague ideas about a company or its products and do not perceive anything special about it.
Over-positioning is when the customer has too narrowed understanding of the company, product, or brand.
Confused positioning is when frequent changes and contradictory messages may confuse customers about a company's positioning.
Doubtful positioning is when a company, brand, or product claims something that may not be accepted even if it's true.
Competitive positioning can often be the outcome of a company's attempt to create effective competitive differentiation of their products and services. However, Kotler states that not all competitive differences will create a strong competitive position. He believes that a company must be distinctive, profitable, affordable, and superior in order to be differentiated from similar products within a specific market.
Application for positioning. Nomination bracelets maintain a distinctive place in the markets as they use the massive demand for personalised jewellery as consumers no longer want their jewellery to fit in, they want it to stand out and be recognised. This love for personalisation comes about through the desire for control, according to a study from the University of Texas. Nomination use this desire to their advantage and produce yearly collections simply dedicated to personalised gifts and charms. Nomination bracelets differentiate from the other products as they are a bracelet with interchangeable links with different designs. This feature compares differently to other bracelets, such as from Swarovski UK, as they can change features in relation to the consumer's desires. The concept behind the Nomination composable bracelet was to design a fashion accessory that expressed the style and personality of the wearer, a modern-day charm bracelet. There are 4 different Nomination bracelet and length sizes: tiny, smarty, classic and big. This positioning within the market as a bracelet for all provides the bracelet to appeal to a larger audience and in turn will increase sales for the company.
The process of selecting a segment to aim for is called targeting. There are 3 basic strategic options for marketers: niche marketing, differentiated marketing and undifferentiated
The niche
marketing.
marketer concentrates on being the best within a small single segment. The differentiated marketer is when a business focuses on 2 or more segments within a market, offering a different marketing mix for each. The undifferentiated approach is used when producers are offering a product which is aimed and targeted for almost all ages and lifestyles, and this is called the scattergraph.
The decision regarding which strategy to adopt will rest on the following 3 factors: the company's resources, the product's features and benefits, and the characteristics of the segments.
If resources are limited, the company will tend to adopt a concentrated marketing approach rather than diversifying into general products market. This enables the firm to become very close to its market and to understand the needs of its customers better than
A higher
anyone.
level of resourcing, along with a range of segments, will lead to a differentiated approach. Companies with a small resource base are often unable to make their voices heard in the mass market simply because they cannot afford the same level of promotion. They therefore need to segment narrowly, perhaps by starting out with a small area and gradually spreading nationwide as resources become available.
The marketing strategy should be tailored to fit the intended audience. This means that each of the 7 Ps and every element of the promotion mix needs to be built around this
Application of targeting. As the jewellery industry is an expensive area to buy and sell jewellery, Nomination bracelets target the consumer with an average income, making Nomination bracelets affordable pieces of fashion for all. Nomination bracelets and charms range from £12 to £96, meaning Nomination are able to create affordable yet fashionable pieces for the regular high street shopper, but also cater for those with a more expensive taste. Nomination is normally found in Argento stores within the UK and Ireland, rather than a standalone store. This increases sales and targets all types of consumers, as there are a wide customer base visiting a jewellery store with a large selection of goods, which range from watches to rings, rather than in smaller outlets. Nomination has targeted these areas within busy and large shops, as their customers are usually more willing to spend a larger amount of money. Nomination created the Tribe collection for men in 2016 as a way to target men as well as women in the hope of promoting male jewellery and normalising the different types of jewellery for men. This is extremely valuable for Nomination, as it gave them a major opportunity to expand their consumer base. The collection includes bracelets, key rings and necklaces for men, all which bring in different types of shoppers. Nomination target the gift-giving sector in particular, and highlight that Nomination charms in particular as a gift for a loved one. As the charms and bracelet are special pieces, all with individual meaning, they are targeted at gift givers in the Christmas season, as well as occasions such as birthdays. In Nomination's Christmas campaign on their website, the brand is described as the perfect gift, a unique gift, perfect for your nearest and dearest. This targeting campaign increases sales as customers are led to believe these items are luxury gifts for loved ones.
In conclusion to this, I believe that market segmentation, targeting and positioning is vital in terms of ensuring success for Nomination or any other retail business. Segmentation is important to any business, small or large, as consumers can be defined by their wants and needs into similar categories that businesses can see and use to their advantage. It is largely beneficial for businesses as they can then use the segmentation in their favour to market and reach their consumers more. Having looked at Nomination, it is evident that they have benefited greatly from their extensive use of segmentation, mainly due to their demographic segmentation. As Nomination has particularly used gender and income to their advantage, Nomination branched out, creating a line specifically for men, something little jewellery retailers have done due to the demand for women's jewellery products being larger, yet Nomination were able to build their consumers. In terms of income, Nomination produce products that are significantly less expensive in comparison to large jewellery companies, something that has been a leading factor in the success of the company, as the consumers are attracted by the low cost, yet high quality of nominations Italian excellence. The geographical segmentation too is key, as it proves easily accessible, as nomination products are sold in the high street and online. Therefore, creating segmentation for consumers who are willing to spend their money on luxury goods. Overall, nomination should focus on improving their use of psychographic segmentation and profiling to find out what is truly important to consumers personally, as many businesses are now acting upon this in competitive industries, along with continuing to focus on developing certain aspects such as behavioural and psychographic segmentation, as doing these will bring a larger and more loyal consumer base and therefore maximise. In terms of targeting, it is evident that nomination must continue to carefully select their target market and apply effective strategies to succeed, as well as to create a positive brand relationship with their consumers. After segmentation, nomination must look at their key factors such as income and gender and construct their marketing efforts towards them. As pointed out, the target income is slightly lower than the norm for nomination jewellery, so they must effectively target the group of people within this category to maximise sales, and it is evident they ideally want to be affordably. Last but not least, looking at positioning, it is apparent that nomination must attempt to avoid under-positioning, over-positioning, confused positioning and doubtful positioning to ensure maintaining a positive image in the mind of their consumers. Nomination must ensure their appealing and attractive positioning towards consumers to ensure maximum sales. Personalisation has been vital to the positioning of this brand, as on various occasions they purchase lines of personalised jewellery, adhering to the wants of their target consumers and maintaining a competitive position in their field, as this is their unique selling point, allowing consumers to become creative in their purchasing of jewellery. Looking at the positioning of nomination, it is evident that they are succeeding in maintaining a unique and positive image in the minds of consumers through their creative and initiative designs.